I'll take a look at it around.
It's in the group.
Okay.
Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Let's see how long the lag is. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
Not at all.
Hey, hey.
We got a
Hello, hello.
welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of the Craft Squad on Tour. We are going to have fun tonight, I think, or it'll be either fun or a fiasco or a fun fiasco, one or the other. I'm not sure which yet. Jury's still out.
Either way, it's good.
Yeah. Welcome. If you're out there, say hello. I don't see anybody.
Either way, we're learning and trying new things.
We are definitely learning and trying new things. That's what this is all about. Maybe not all about, but we are definitely.
Sorry. I'm muted now. Sorry.
All right, I'm going to.
Hi,
before we
Maggie.
started.
Eisen.
Hi, Maggie. Welcome.
Hi, Maggie.
Before we get going too far into what we're going to do tonight, I want to show you all a new kit that Tracy has. So let me click over here.
Hi, Rissa. Rissa. I'm going to say Rissa. I could be.
So Tracy just came out with a new kit this week, and I wanted to share it with everyone. This is number snip strips, and then we also have letter snip strips.
Love them.
Yeah, love them. Love them. So you get, the numbers, so you can see, let me go up nice and close. You get this.
Oh, wow.
This color. And then you get colored ones of the same ones. And then you get, and they're little kits, but they're great. And then you get, wait a minute, there's another one back here somewhere. There it is. And then
there's a lot in there.
You get the black and white. And that looks, some of these look like chalk, like they're on chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
Just so cool. And then you get the little baby ones in all three color sets. And so this whole sheet, see if I can get it all on camera.
Hi, Claire.
That way. There you go.
Hi, Claire.
Then the text snip strips is the second kit. So it's the same thing, except instead of numbers, it's words and phrases. Do not drop. So you have the color again, and you have the black and white again, which is, again, it looks like chalk. It's like chalkboard. Very cool. And whoops, I'm missing one. There's my papers are sticking together. What did I do with it? Well, you get a strip. You get a big strip with this sepia tone, like that. But it must still be sitting on my printer. Sorry about that. Oh, here it is.
There it is.
This is the text. There it is. There's a couple on here. There's one on here I might use tonight. So that is Tracy's two new kits. Number snip strips and text snip strips.
And they seem small until you start cutting them out. Then you'll be here to Christmas.
Yeah, there's a lot on here. There's a ton of, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 times 9. Whatever that is.
54 times 8, ladies.
Look at y'all mathing.
Woohoo! All right. So tonight we are going to create, we're going to collage with wax, basically. And the inspiration for this came to me from a book that I have that I highly recommend. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool projects in there. And it's called Storytelling with Collage with Roxanne Evans Stout.
Wow.
And if you follow Roxanne Evans Stout, follow her on Pinterest. If you're on Pinterest, you will see some of her just really cool work. And so there's a lot of really neat ideas in her book, and I absolutely love it. And this is a variation. Hi, Claire. This is a variation of something that's in her book. Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Mag.
So basically what you're going to do is we're going to start with a base, and the base can kind of be anything. The base can be, this is a piece of balsa wood that I put a coat of metalique nutmeg and then some ink around the sides and just messed it up. We're going to cover the center of it, so I'm not worried about the center. Then I put a coat of clear gesso on top. because we're using wax, your substrate will absorb. If it's a porous surface, it will absorb the wax. Now, the balsa wood is not as huge a problem, or any kind of wood is good. But if you're using anything now like this is a baby book. This is the back cover of a book that fell apart, and the wax would absolutely suck right into that. It's a cloth fabric, and so this has actually 2 coats of clear gesso on it. Those are both ready to go. And just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, this was an experiment that I played with. See the light and the dark? The light is where I had the clear gesso, and the dark is where I did not. And if you can look, hey, Danielle.
Yeah.
Here, really close. Let's see if I can get it close. You can see the texture that wax creates on there. And this was just me playing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do tonight. Anybody have any questions? No?
Can you do mine for me?
No.
Right? What are we doing tonight?
Let's
Let's just do it.
I'm gonna hop over to everybody and we'll go around and we'll let everyone show us what they're gonna start out with. So Laurel, I think you are next up that I see.
Oh boy.
Tell us what you're going to do.
Okay, so because I
No
can't do
pressure,
anything.
Ralph.
Right. This is supposed to be, a simple project, but simple does not exist in my brain. I don't know why. So I also have balsa wood, and it was a big square, and I cut it up, and then I
That's
just
cool.
kind of cut around all the edges with a craft knife. So I've been doing this all day.
Laurel.
This is what it kind of looks like, and then I sit and cut it all out with the craft knife. I have some smaller ones I'm going to do too because I have some ideas. So these were like 3 by 3. These were 2 by 3.5, and these were 1 by 2. So so I have a couple ready to go, and I'm not sure how the project's going either. So I covered both of mine in white gesso for now. I have some acrylic paint out. I have some alcohol ink out, some magicals. And I will be doing one in purple, just so you're all aware. One will be purple.
You would accept no less, Laurel.
So weird.
So that's fine.
All right, now I'm going to go to Michelle. Who else?
Hi, y'all. Welcome in. Glad you're here. I'm starting off with, this is a board that I found in the backyard.
And that's awesome.
Love it.
We recently replaced our privacy fence, and I picked up the wood, and I was like, you know what? That would be a nice, cool piece. So I just splattered it with some acrylics, some black and white, and then the yellow ochre. And this is going to be my layout right here. It's going to be some red, some greens.
Someone's ahead of the game.
Gold,
Fancy
some burlap. And I heard about that fabric right there from Amanda. So thank you, Amanda. I absolutely love that stuff. I'm so glad I got the last yard.
You.
And then I'm just going to top it with that. And so that's it. And I've got natural colored beeswax here.
I should say the type of wax we're using is a melting wax, and I think Amanda was using soy, and I've got yellow beeswax, and Michelle has natural beeswax, and Laurel, I think you said yours was
mine is natural, but it's got a yellow tint to it.
Okay, and mine's yellow. So
it says natural, but it looks yellow.
Mine's very yellow.
Oh,
so we're just going to use the little heating thing there for my wax seals, and then these are the tools that Deb recommended. And we're just going to do it.
Amanda. Oh, Amanda's up next, so she can.
Here's Amanda. Go for it, Amanda.
Okay, so I got this 100% natural soy wax. It is very white, and it dries very white. Which is not a great thing if you're trying to put in things to be seen under the wax. I learned yesterday.
Hey, Lori B.
Hi, Lori B.
Hey, Lori B. I don't have a plan, but I do have some stuff. So I have my wax over here on my candle.
Stuff is
heater.
good.
Yeah, stuff. That's what I needed. Stuff. I got these 2 pieces of wood. They came in a. Here comes my kids. Sorry.
It's
About to
okay.
get cray. I got these 2 pieces in a pack at Hobby Lobby. It's just utility wood, 4 by 4.5 by 4.5. And I pulled out. Well, I didn't actually pull these out. They're just sitting next to me. Tracy's kits. I think this is Weatherstone Ephemera. This is her newer bird.
Bumper birds.
And then I've also printed out her butterflies on what's this called?
Awesome, Amanda. Vellum.
Vellum.
That'd be pretty.
On vellum. So when I saw these, I thought that maybe I could at the very top layer fussy cut one of these butterflies and put it underneath.
Right.
And then I have some.
Oh yeah, for background.
Yeah, hopefully. But remember my wax is white, so it doesn't really show up well. And then for focal, oh my goodness, I grabbed all my green fabrics and fabrics with bugs.
Look at that
Yeah,
black
so
one.
I just snatched these out of my cabinet. So
Nice.
possibly use some of those. And then I also grabbed these little buggy wuggies.
Hi, Lenny. Hi,
Love
Sandy.
the bugs. Where did you get those, Amanda?
Hobby Lobby. They're Tim Holtz.
Really?
Yeah.
They're Tim Holtz. And then I also have these, this Finnabair dragonfly and some little baby dragonflies and some little rusty bits that may end up in the wax.
Nice.
All right.
That's what I got.
Basically, so when I sent everyone some of the steps pre-prepare, going off of the project in the book that I was referencing, which is storytelling with collage. The project in there is roughly a 4x4 piece of wood, and so that's kind of where the balsa wood idea came in. But but with what Rochelle's got with a different kind of wood, and then I've got the book here, that ought to give us a little bit different idea. And so you start, once you've got your base surface prepared, and by prepared I mean if you need to put a coat of gesso on it, whether that's clear gesso or white gesso or black gesso, something to prepare that surface, get that done. On this one, I painted it first, and then I did some inking around the edge, and then I put my clear gesso on top of that. You don't have to on the wood, but I went ahead and did it in there. So you're going to start. The first thing we want to do is we're going to put on a couple of layers. Put a layer on, let that cool. Put another layer on, let that cool. So we're going to start with a wax base, and we're going to put a couple layers of wax. You can use, we're using silicone brushes to move the wax around. You can also use an old paintbrush, of course, that you don't, mind ruining. So I'm not sure you would ever get the wax out of it. A paintbrush ready for the trash can. And just go ahead and get started. So I've got wax here. I'm just going to pour it on.
Here we go.
And this is messy. You want to work under, you want a piece, some parchment or something that you're not going to ruin underneath or is hard to clean. And I'm just
glass mat.
Glass mat works, although those are wax is kind of hard to pull off of those.
Yeah, I have plastic over my glass mat because in case I needed to heat, I didn't want to warp my other thing underneath.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to put a layer on and then just move it around, brush it in one direction.
Oh, I'm brushing in multiple directions. Sorry.
Yeah, I just did that too. Sorry.
You can do that too. That's all right.
I need color first. So
okay. Now I'm going to get some more. I'm going to let that cool. The other way that I did this, and I'll do that over here, is just dropped my pellets directly onto my surface and used my heat gun to heat that up and move it around. So you can do that as well, especially if you're working with the little pellets because they melt really quickly.
Ooh, you know what I forgot is those metallic fiber things.
So this is basically, it's either fabric or paper. I think the fabric looks really cool as you're absorbing it into your wax. And so
Yeah.
the pieces that I've got that I'm going to collage with are all fabric pieces, but you can also use paper. All right, so I'm just going to start moving this around. And on the book, I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, I don't think. I think I'm just going to kind of let it be raggedy around the edges, just do that one just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
you got them
just
from
put the
Hobby
bullets
Lobby.
on your is a lot easier.
They're Tim Holtz.
What? Yeah, those bugs are Tim Holtz, and I just threw away. I literally unpackaged them as we came on. And oh, here, I think I have it here. Yep, this is it. Entomology adornments is what it's called.
Okay, so once you get a layer on, I burnt my wax. Actually.
Debbie's like, once you get a layer on, and I'm still painting.
It's okay. Wow, that wax goes really a long way. I was thinking it was going to take a lot.
I had too much in my first bowlful. So, good to know.
All right, let's get this to dry real quick so we can get some wax
Yeah,
on here.
it does go a long way.
So is everyone using? Uh-oh.
What happened?
I used a paintbrush and I set it down and it hardened.
Uh-oh.
I should put it inside of the wax next time.
Oh, yeah. And don't worry about, like this dripped over and I've got like these pieces of wax that just wipes, that scrapes off later. So.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow.
What happened?
This liquid gesso is really liquid. Look at the big splotch. Like, that much gesso.
Good luck getting that back in the tube.
Seriously, come on now.
Okay. I need a little container to mix some things.
Yeah, and you really don't know until you get in here and start messing with it exactly which is going to be easiest to use,
Right.
Once your wax cools, and mine, this book it's got a little warp into it just because it's pretty old.
Yeah,
and
see,
so
this
my
is
wax kind of puddled in the middle. So I'm just going to reheat it, and I'm just going to move it around a little, just so I can get that big puddle out of the center. And it actually, truth is, it really won't matter that much because that's going to get covered up anyway. But
right. So we just need a good coat, right? That's about it.
It's your base to start with. Yeah.
Okay.
Amanda Maggie likes something a year. She said those are, maybe she's talking about your bugs.
Oh, yeah, the bugs.
Yeah, I like those bugs. I'm going to have to get some of those bugs.
Yeah, me too.
Really cool.
I also want my wax to be relatively smooth in the background with not a whole lot of like brush stroke marks. And so I'm just reheating, and I'm just going to kind of go over that
now,
again.
Do you just have paint down on your bases so far, Debbie?
What?
Do you just have paint so far down on your bases? Like
paint,
colors?
Paint, and then I inked on the wood. I painted it first, and then I inked the edges, and then I put a coat of clear gesso.
Nice.
Yeah, the heat gun actually does a decent job heating this wax up.
Yeah, it makes it very smooth.
I would stick with the heat tool.
I think using both is probably, and on this one, I'm going to go ahead, as soon as my wax melts, my second piece of wax melts here, I'm going to go ahead and put a second coat on my balsa wood. So
I'm taking my mica flakes.
Yeah.
Or not my mica flakes. What's this called? Just mica.
Mica powders?
Yeah, there you go. And I have these little paint things. Oh, that came off. These little doodads.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I am putting a little bit of mica into some wax. I did this yesterday, testing this
Ooh.
out. But like I said, my wax is really white, and so it covers up the layers underneath. But I think for this top layer, oh, I guess this probably won't be my top layer. Ugh. Well, anyways, I'm going to put it on this layer. I'm just going to make some messes.
Oh, mica sound like a actually flake sounds like a cool idea. I just don't know that I want to mess with them with a heat tool out.
Yeah.
Blow them everywhere.
Okay. Once you have your some wax base down, and the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start creating your collage with your. I think are we all, Amanda? You're using paper, or do we all have fabric? You've got fabric.
I have fabric.
Yeah, I really like the fabric. I think it's better. It works better than, and you'll see in just a second why I say that. And I just have to throw out the cautionary. If you're working with something that you have melted and you're working with heat, be careful. Don't touch your wax. Make sure it's fully cool before you touch anything. And you can tell when it's cool because it has solidified. So it's really easy to tell. So just be careful.
And don't lay soap all over your floor that you trip over and almost knock over your whole desk like I just did.
You're right. Don't do that. All right. To start your layering, you want to, first thing you're going to do is you want to warm the surface that you've got going on with your wax. So you want that wax to be, your base layer wax to be soft. It doesn't have to be fully melted, but you want to get it nice and warm.
And Laurel's still painting.
That's all right. We'll make the mistakes for you, Laurel.
I can't rush. I'm trying, but I almost broke my neck rushing, so that's not working.
Not worth it. Okay, and so I've got this surface warmed, the green one over here, and I'm just going to start with the fabric pieces. And on the fabric pieces that I picked, I grabbed pieces and I sort of shredded the edges of them and put some holes in them and that kind of thing. And so I'm just going to pat that down into my wax. You don't need any glue. The wax is going to hold it down for you. Now, once you do that, if you see where it's not really absorbing in a couple spots,
Yeah.
I've got a corner down here where it's not, I didn't have enough wax down there. I'm just going to put a couple pellets on top and heat those up because I want that bottom layer of fabric to be fully sort of encased into the wax. So I'm just going to heat this up, these little pellets. Actually, I've got some right here. A little on top in that spot that when I was doing this the first time too, I had a piece of fabric that needed to be ironed. It had a kind of a crease in the middle and it was like popping up on me. And if that proved to be problematic. So if you've got real wrinkly fabric, you might need to iron it. I've got excess of wax
there. I'm gonna get my glass mat out.
God, everybody's concentrating. Nobody's talking.
I know.
We're listening to instructions.
So tell us in chat, tell us what's going on. Is anybody crafting along? Keep that as a no.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody, even chat's like super quiet right now. Nobody's talking.
Yeah.
And fabric. See how some of these pieces have like the string hanging? That's cool. That's totally acceptable and preferred. Stringy, just as a matter of fact, on one of your layers, you absolutely can put in, and I don't have any, but like a metallic thread or some threads just sort of hanging out in there So really, you really can kind of do whatever sounds cool. All right, so that one's on there, and I'm going to put, now I've got my second piece of fabric done, and I'm just going to put some more pellets on top
I think that's way
and
too
warm those up.
way smaller here. Let's see.
Get this out of the way because I don't want it to heat up.
Small.
I'll come back to that one. And actually, I think I wanted to put this up underneath here. Here's the hard part for me is remembering what I was going to do with my collage.
Yeah, the composition.
Uh-huh. I think it's
I don't even have a plan, so I don't have that
Me
problem
neither.
right now.
I never have a plan. It's just I have to touch things first, then the plan comes. All right, that'll work. So now I need wax. Wax on, wax off.
When I unplugged or tried to plug in my heat tool, I unplugged my wax. And so now it's getting all cold.
It's getting thick. Yeah, I'm going to pull my glass mat up.
How thick of a layer of wax do we need, Debbie?
on the
For the
base. Not real
yeah.
bad. Enough so that if you lay something, you lay your fabric on top, that it's gonna, soak in.
Mm.
Ooh. I was about to do something really stupid.
Lori, well, no, why
I
did
got
you
to pick up my little heat
muscle
light
relaxer?
with my hands.
We will not, Lori, what is said here stays here. So if you say anything, muscle relaxant goofy, we will not repeat it. I promise. As soon as I get this melted, I'll be able to show you. You'll be able to see, or as soon as it starts to dry.
God, this starts drying so fast. Not used to that.
What's drying fast?
The wax.
Oh yeah, you got to work fast.
Well, I can only work so fast here.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely test your skills kind of project.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some cooled wax on my spatula, so I'm drying my spatula, heating my
I'm
spatula.
ready to pull out a
letting it
paintbrush that I don't need any longer because I think it's going to work better.
All right. I'm going to let that one cool for a minute, and I'm going to work.
So then we lay down a piece. Where'd my fabric go? Blew away. All right, let's get a piece of fabric here. Let's see what we want. Up and down, like this. I need a scissors.
Oh, I need to look at my picture.
I'm not in camera very well, am I?
Oh, we can see you.
Again, once you've got your base layer of wax down, and as you're getting ready to start adding your collage pieces, you heat that base layer up, get it soft, and then you drop your fabric on, and it will absorb. It'll absorb that heated wax. And it does, I noticed on the yellow wax bits, it does discolor the fabric on mine just a tiny bit. It doesn't bother me. Gives it a little bit of a vintage look. But
Yeah.
and then I'm just adding some wax on top.
Boy, it doesn't take much to reheat that layer, does it?
That's what I said. That layer, you pull out your heat gun and voila, it's there.
Yeah.
One in there. Oh yeah, this is going to be a big, giant, waxy mess by the time I'm done.
It is a messy project, and I'm working on a piece of parchment paper because I can just wad that up then and throw that away when we're done.
I think I need a paintbrush because mine's way too thick. Lori, thank you. It could be interesting on this end. Maggie White, look, I never used wax. Looks like fun. Oh, it's fun, Mag. Just barely use any wax.
Yeah, don't need a lot.
Danielle would like to know, Michelle, if you're going to start carrying wax.
I could check into it, definitely.
Any of you that are here that watch any of my videos, if there is any of you that are watching my videos, I like to use the beeswax pellets to absorb into the paper. It creates a neat, translucent, and I think I've got a process video, and I've got in several different instances where I've used it. And so I thought this would just be a really cool way to take wax to sort of another level. And so I sent a note to everyone earlier in the week, said, you guys got wax? And so I think I just thought it might be a fun way to.
Yeah, it is. It is fun.
I don't know. I need a third hand to hold my heat tool while I brush.
Now, I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get this up close. And I am dealing with a warping book board on this older book board. So just, it just, hey.
Maybe try to spray it with water on the back.
I did. I coated it. I moistened it and coated it. You see that texture that you're starting to get? Yet? I don't know if that's coming through other camera or not.
I'll look up in just a second.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any texture going on, just wax.
No, it just doesn't, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's just a really cool texture. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do next? Oh, I want to lay this down. So I'm getting ready to lay another layer down. And so I'm going to warm up the base first.
So after one layer, then we're warming and doing another layer.
Yeah, however, whatever you want to do for your collage, you just, each time that you lay down a piece of fabric, you warm your layer underneath first.
Okay.
Now, when you get to the very top, the very last piece, you don't have to get that piece soaked in wax if you need it, or you want to use your last piece of fabric as a focal point or as an enhancer to your focal point. Then you might want to not wax that top piece. Totally up to you. During the layering process, that's when we were talking about, you can add threads, you can add, I'm actually getting ready to, I'm going to put one more layer on. I'm going to put some rust dust in sprinkles in mine.
Oh.
We're going to see what happens. So that's coming up here just a second.
I did that yesterday, and the one I did, and it disappeared. It disappeared because my wax is white.
Hopefully it will show up. Let's see. I'm not going to put it on the brown. I'm going to put it on creamy color.
Leanie is actual dust from rusty bits. So it's all the stuff that's flaked off.
I'll show you. Mine's the rust from some steel wool that I had rusted in my last rust bath. That I did.
Debbie, how do you get that fabric, the hole to stay open in your fabric once you cut it? Just rub it, the fringes open?
Stick my finger through it. I don't cut it. I jab it.
Yeah.
With a pair of scissors or something sharp. I take my frustrations out on the fabric.
Gotcha.
I take the fabric and let's see if I have a piece of fabric around here that I can hear. Basically what I do, if I got a piece of fabric, I'll take my scissors and just jab it and then just do this, and then I go like this with my finger, and I put it in there, and I roll it around, and then I play with it. So it's a wonderful venting exercise if you need to.
Steve's laughing at you. I hear him in there laughing.
Be mean to the fabric. All right, let's see. I'm gonna put this here, I think.
I'm gonna fray this a little bit.
I think I'm gonna leave that one not without any coating, without any wax on top. So I think I'm just gonna leave the next couple layers without anything on top.
Uh-huh. And then how will it it'll adhere through the bottom layer of wax then, right? Is that what you're saying?
It should.
Okay.
Yes. And that's warm, so be careful. I'm just going to smoosh it down.
Smoosh it.
Smoosh it.
I don't understand my wax, what it's doing right now.
Picture back up.
I take
I really want to get out my wax and do rust dust. I probably shouldn't.
Wait, Lori, wait until you're not on a muscle relaxant to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I just cut out a piece. Where did I put it? Losing my mind.
I think it's cool the way you just heat it back up to lay your next layer down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just kind of just common sense, but it's actually pretty cool.
What you don't know when you get started is how your fabric will change color. You know, like when you're playing around with your layout and your composition, and you're like, yeah, I like all those together, but they become completely different with the wax on them. Mine is really dark with the wax on it, but.
All right, heat it up, put a piece down, then put some more wax on. All right, well, let's see here. That's gonna work. There we go. All right, wax on, wax off.
L'Oreal, you're funny.
All right, wax on, wax off. Let that cool. Go to the next layer. What else was I going to stick in there? Well, let's see.
Right, I'm going to come back to this one.
Well, there's my vellum piece on there.
You
Let's
see?
see.
Oh, that looks good.
Cool.
Well, hang on, Amanda. Let me make you bigger so we can see it.
Oh, I like how you're making it drip all over the sides.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
I just let it do whatever.
Nice.
Gross
That looks cool.
and messy. So, and I did put some, I did that back in the back, that gray layer of metallic, I don't know what it's called, mica powder. And then melted it into that layer. So it kind of went everywhere. And then I I just sprinkled some of the green.
Oh, that's nice.
So you can see a little
Oh my
bit there.
goodness, yeah.
Pretty.
You can actually tell.
Nice idea.
I like that you can heat it back up if like this was crooked and
Yeah.
I was able to heat everything back up to get it loose from the wax
Move it.
and be able to reposition it. So that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the wax is very forgiving, if that's
Mhm.
the word that we want to use.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Or easy to work. Well, never mind. It can
Easy
be,
to manipulate.
but then it can not be.
All right, now I need a little itty bitty. Where's my itty bitty stuff? Right here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to heat it up a little bit more. Pull this off. It's too much.
Let's see if I can find an itty bitty thing to go behind there.
I'm letting some wax melt over here because I'm going to pour another layer on top of the board.
Everybody's working on this big giant one. I'm working on this teeny tiny one because maybe I'll get something done this way.
Mhm. Do what you got to do, Laurel.
That's right.
Right. That's right.
All right, let's try.
Now the other thing about wax is that if you want to put any kind of dark edges or anything like that, you want to ink your edges of your piece, you really want to do that before you get started because
Yeah.
it's not going to perform well on top of the wax.
Unless you have white wax, then it doesn't really
Unless
matter
you have
because
white
you
wax.
won't see it.
It just doesn't. Yeah, the ink pads just don't go over the wax very well.
Yeah, because it's the wax is kind of like a resist.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we could use our waxes over the wax.
Yes,
That would be cool.
absolutely.
That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to do that on mine here soon. Wax paste on top of wax absolutely works.
Did you see the one I did yesterday, Laurel?
The big one you did with the yeah, you
With the
put it in the
dragonfly?
group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said you used mica or something in it, right?
I did, and I used the I did use wax on it too.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
That's not quite the color I'm looking for, so we might have to pick another color. Let's see. Add the value of your home. It will sell for your stuff. I will wake up with all my doorknobs rusty waxed. Should I come up with
What are
something
you-
totally new? Very cool, Larson. Aw, thanks, Maggie and Danielle. And Maggie says, I
thanks,
like the
Larson.
butterfly in your collage.
I guess I should read chat, yeah.
Very intense.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
Lori B. She'll wake up with her doorknobs rusty waxed.
Yes, it does. That stuff gets everywhere. If you're not
well, she's
careful.
talking about from being on the muscle relaxer.
Right.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be all loopy. That looks a little orangey. Maybe I have to add another color over that to get rid of that orange.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some kind of wire.
Yeah, I use my metallic thread. I do have it in about 800 colors. So I wrapped mine. I know I got a small piece, but can you guys see it?
Let me
Hang on,
see.
Laurel.
Oh, yeah.
Let me make you bigger, Laurel.
I know it's a small piece, but it's got A tall order
Oh,
going
that looks
on.
nice.
Yes, nice.
All right, that is definitely
Hi,
good.
Patty. We are playing
Patty.
with melted wax, and we're creating, we're collaging with wax, basically. And so we're starting with, we've all started with a base of some sort, and prep that surface. I've got two going on. This is just a piece of balsa wood, and it's been painted. I use metallic metallic and nutmeg paint on top, inked around the edges, and then put a coat of clear gesso on it. And this is an old, it's an old book cover, a little book. And basically you start with, you melt your wax and you pour it on your surface after it's been prepared, whatever you're going to do to it. And then you begin to collage on top of that. And each layer you add with your collage, you warm up your surface, and then that wax absorbs into that layer. And so you create this collage where you get these embedded, almost like, this is all fabric collaging. This is just a piece of old rusty fabric, muslin. That's like a calico cotton. I don't remember what that is down there. See, as the wax dries, it creates this neat texture. Then once you've got your collage done, at some point we will all stop playing with adding layers and collages and stuff, and we will begin to we'll put a focal point on the piece.
Right.
You can embed, you can use things like Laurel was just showing us, metallic ink and not ink, metallic threads. Metallic threads, look here. I'm actually getting ready to sprinkle some rust dust on this one and see if that shows up on this one. And so, yeah, we're playing.
Yay for rust dust.
Playing with wax.
Playing with wax.
Definitely making a mess, that's for sure. All right, I need some.
Yes. We're having fun making a mess.
That's right.
Does anybody want to start all over for Patty?
What did she say?
I have to come back and rewatch from the beginning unless you want to start all over. Well, I'm lucky if I get one thing done when we do this. So, I have a second one prepared. It doesn't mean we'll get there, but, who knows?
Because I'm getting ready to put rust dust on this, this is a bag. This is steel wool that I had put inside of the last rust bath I did, just to, it really speeds up the rusting process.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have thought of that.
You drop that steel wool in there and boom, it's rust almost immediately. And then when I cleared everything out, I put the steel wool pieces in their own baggie. And so there's lots of yummy dust down in here. But I have a small cut on one of my fingers. It's pretty much healed, but I don't want to take any chances. And so I've got gloves on to keep my hands completely. Yeah. So just a sort of a,
smart idea.
Thing. Once I sprinkle this on here, it will, it'll be embedded like everything else, and it'll be protected. I'm just going to sprinkle it around, get the big chunks out of there.
Obviously not in that one.
So steel wool also gives you some awesome rust dust.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I would have never thought of that. Thanks for that tip.
That's probably enough. Now I'm going to get that out of my way. I'm going to melt some more wax and pour that on top so that those rust bits sort of.
Maggie loves the book cover, Deb.
It's kind of a little dark, but I like it.
Yeah, my one is fairly dark too, but I like dark.
I like it.
Browns and greens and things like that. So here are some of the pieces that I've set aside to use in my focal point. This is a nail, and it's a it's a masonry nail, and it was brand new until I put it into my last. Let's see if I can focus. Until I put it into my last rust bath.
And it rusted being brand new because those are like galvanized. You got it to rust?
It's not a heavy rust. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it definitely looks aged.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I have a dog who is telling me.
Gotta go.
I'll be right back.
We'll be right here.
We're not going anywhere.
I'm slowly working myself into that 1-by-1 little section of desk space. Because I have so much stuff around me, it isn't funny.
I do the same, though. I do the same.
For those of you guys who don't know, I have my oldest. I have 2 dogs, but my oldest is 13, and God love him, he just doesn't have a bladder anymore.
When he's got to go, he's got to go.
He's got to go.
Right.
I do not. I don't mess around. Right, so I'm just dripping some melted wax on top of my rust. Some more wax in there.
Why is it the one bag I want I can't find?
Did you need it?
Huh?
Because you need it. That's how it works.
Right?
We were just talking about that earlier. When you are looking for something specific and you put it somewhere safe, but you can't remember where you put it.
Put it so you remember where it was.
Well, you think you remember where it was, and then you go to get it. And
I thought I did, and it was no longer there. So I don't know where it went. It ran away. Probably that's gonna be too big. Unless I turn it the other way.
Just waiting on my.
I don't want to. No, too big. I need something much smaller than that.
Now, I would absolutely use these as part of a cover of a journal. I think if I did, I would probably. Yes, Maggie, there is. And hang on one second. Real quick, I would probably seal it with some type of a sealant.
Yeah.
Maggie, if you watch what Amanda's doing, Amanda, are you still coloring your wax?
I did earlier, but I can show you.
You can use mica powders to color your wax. You actually, and I don't know this for certain, but I wonder if you could put like a liquid acrylic in there as well.
I don't know. I'm gonna try some magicals and see what happens.
I wonder if it would mix. Yeah, that's.
The mica powders will mix.
We know the mica powder.
But that's a powder.
Well, magicals.
Or magicals.
Oh, I thought she said acrylic. I thought she said acrylic.
A liquid acrylic. No. I just don't know if it would or not. It'd be kind of
try it
out. But I know any kind of a powder colorant is going to work.
Oh, I can't figure out what I want to do here. This is going to make me crazy. Maybe not a butterfly.
So here's the blue mags.
Now that's mica powder in with that wax, Amanda?
It's the new Finnabair.
Yeah.
Blue one. And I'll dump it on here just to show you.
Hurry back, Leanie.
See that looks color? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty
kind of transparent. Nice. If you do it thin enough, it would be transparent.
Yeah. Well, mine's transparent until it dries.
Yeah.
Patty, we're all using. Debbie's using a really yellow beeswax. I'm using a very natural color. So is Michelle. And Amanda's using a white soy wax. So you could use like candle wax. You can basically use anything.
This is the best deal on Amazon. A 1 pound bag at Hobby Lobby was $27. I got this 2 pound bag and on Amazon for $15.99. Got it the next day.
See, I got mine at Hobby Lobby. It was originally $11.99, but it was 30% off.
Yeah, I think
That's the one I
soy
use.
wax may be a little cheaper. I know it's expensive. When I started hunting for it, it was expensive.
Yeah, they sold out of all the beeswax, so.
So when I saw that for $15.99, I nabbed it. And it's a bigger bag.
And I got mine off Amazon too, and I'm actually using a yellow beeswax. I use yellow. Hi, Mariah. I use yellow beeswax when I wax my paper. Let's see.
Hi, Mariah.
Hi, Mariah.
I'll show you what waxed paper looks like.
Look what I got for 34 cents. What?
What's that?
Navy
Color
acrylic
shift?
paint.
Is that a color shift?
Yeah, it's just regular paint. It was
These-
34
Oh,
cents.
but that's a pretty color. 34
Navy
cents.
blue.
What?
I know, it was in the clearance section.
This is a print. This is actually from one of Susan Taylor Brown's kits. And this,
that's pretty.
I'm getting ready to put this into a journal that I'm making, and this has been waxed. And so it's printed on, you can kind of see how it's got that yellow tint to it. It's got almost an aged tint to it. And it's printed on actually a white, the Epson photo paper. So you get this really pretty, brilliant image. But then if you can see, I don't know, can you see my hand? This is a heavyweight, but you can see my hand through the movement. It creates a translucent paper, almost like a heavy vellum. And then, but I'll score this so it crack, and then use that in my journal. And so this is wax soaked into the paper. It's really, really smooth. There's no waxy buildup or anything.
Yeah,
on this.
that's a nice feeling. That's a nice.
It's a really cool. Yeah, it's like a silky feeling almost. And I've got some videos on doing that. And so this is just. When we were talking about what to do tonight, I thought it would be kind of fun to just take something, so I've got this great big bag, 1 pound bag of beeswax, and I use it on my paper, but what else can I use it for? What other kind of fun things can I do? And I have a book by Roxanne Evans Stout. It's called Storytelling with Collage. And in it, this is a variation. Her directions are completely different and, a little more, I don't know, professional. This is a variation of a project that is in that book. So highly recommend. It's a great book. Lots of cool ideas. And I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see the rust dust now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that looks good. I like that.
And I'm ready to.
So this is the acrylic.
Up top.
Well, they both are. When you just mix it, you get these little speckles all throughout.
Yeah.
Then I dumped it on here in that little circle right there, and I spread it out with my finger, and that's what it
And it
did
mixed.
with the acrylic.
Oh, okay. All right, so it will mix then.
But when I tried just mixing it on its own, it's just like separated. So
Gotcha.
it will mix. If you
Thanks
just play
for the
with it.
test, Amanda. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Let's see here. Let's do that. Okay. And let's do this. Yep, I'm talking to myself. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all good.
We're okay with that.
My brain is thinking now, so I have to talk out loud.
You know what we say that is around our house? You're self-employed. You're in a staff meeting. Because I talk to myself all the time.
No,
All the time.
I pretend like I'm talking to the dogs. I think
Mhm.
that's the same as talking to myself, but I kind of feel like they do listen. So
Oh no, I know I talk to myself because when I'm here by myself, I just talk right out loud, right along with
I
myself.
mean, you do it on the videos with us, so we know you're talking to yourself too. That's funny. I talk to myself in my head a lot.
oh,
I think
well,
I'm talking in my
Oh,
head,
my
but
mouth's
I'm not.
usually open.
I talk with other people in my head also, like real life people. Fake conversations.
I have an idea forming, so we're going to see if I can get it to work. Oh, I just lost that. Oh, there it is.
I don't know that I like this here.
let's see. I think this is a really good opportunity. So if you joined us later, right before we started, I showed the two newest kits from Tracy Fox Creative, which is Love Journals on Etsy. And they're these snip strips, and there's text and numbers. And I think I'm going to use one of these.
That's what I was just thinking up in that.
I know, I was looking for something of hers because I always like to use something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna snip away here, and of course, the first one I want to use is kind of in the middle of the page. Does that happen to anybody else, or is that just to me?
No, that's just you.
Okay.
Right, Lori? Did you fall asleep? Paging Lori.
Not true, Debbie.
And I
So,
cannot
how are you going to like put that on there?
matte medium.
Just the plain sheet of paper? Are you going to back it with anything?
It's gonna. Hang on, I'll show you. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Hold the phone.
I'm just using it as a another layer, basically.
Yeah.
I need some mica.
So you're going to like wax all the way over it?
Nope, I'm not going to put any wax on it at all. I'm going to put it right
Oh.
here, and then I've got this word strip here. This is from one of the 49 in Market kits, and I am going to. This is right here, right now, and I'm going to put that and that.
That's a great idea.
Together just to create so that the piece from Tracy is just an accent, like that. Kind of like that.
The thickness of that.
Kind of like that.
It looks good.
Whoa.
They're the same color, so I'm not sure I like it. It's not really enhancing it. Let me look again and see if I can find one that works better.
I love the idea, though.
Oh, how about we bring in a total, ooh, okay, hang on. Oh, look, I'm picking one that's actually on the edge. That never happens.
Yes, Lori, entertain us.
That was like perfect.
Somebody got scared.
Oh. All right, now I need something to hold this mica down. So I need a little bit.
Now, all the time, I know I've always got words, and why can't I find them? Top it already.
All right, let's see if I like this better. Yep, I sure do. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think. Well, here's where it gets interesting. I know that matte medium will work just because I feel like matte medium, especially a heavy matte medium. I'm just gonna stick with it. I'm not even gonna play games.
Just
Use
do
my
it.
heavy matte medium. Yeah.
Uh-oh, Lori B's dancing.
Oh, you go, girl.
Lori B's feeling good.
hate wasting that.
While you're feeling good, maybe you should go dye that pink hair blue.
Oh my goodness, Amanda.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's funny.
I don't know. You think maybe, should I put this on straight or should I just go with the normal crookedness of what I usually do? Okay, that's good now.
Do what feels best.
All right, my glue's not dry, so you can still see some white.
All kinds of a fun mess over here.
This one I'm going to call done.
That looks good.
Maybe I like that.
So there
That's
you go.
cool. I like it.
So I'm not going to call it done. I am going to do one more thing. Okay, never mind. Not done.
Hey,
Not
Becky.
done. She's
Not done.
not done.
Not done.
Hey, Rhodey. Well, maybe I will. Do it, Lori B. Do it.
Be a little thicker.
I mean, if you're going to play with wax, you might as well play with all sorts of
Oh, wow.
Do it.
do it. I'm doing it. I'm adding a little bit of patina,
What?
especially around the edges. You can see
I
that.
just put on my butterfly.
I think that'll sort of top it off. And I'm just going to go around this randomly, sort of randomly planned. Not planned. Randomly intentional. Is that a
Who has a plan? I have no plan.
Randomly intentional. I
Is
don't
that-
know that-
Happy accident.
that
I
makes
don't
sense?
know.
Guessing as I go.
Well, no, it wasn't an accident because you're being intentional.
I'm trying to do something different because me and Amanda seem to think on the same wavelengths on some things, because down in my bucket I have some of Tracy's butterflies in black and white, and I'm like, oh, not using those now. Got to use something else. Go
Just
another
do
route.
it. Just use it.
Yeah. I'm going to go through and highlight some of the bumps and things.
That's going to be enough on there.
All
And I
right,
can't dry it because I would heat the wax up. So it's going to have to sit.
Are you done too?
No, well, no. I
Oh.
put my piece on, and I was, you know how you hit it with the heat tool when you use MAC gel, but I can't because of the wax.
Right.
So I'm going to have to be patient. Just let that dry on its own. Oh.
Patience. What is that?
A virtue.
I found
Hi,
it.
Becky. How are you?
But I may need to print up the little baby ones. But look at that.
That's
It's
too
one
big.
of her strips. Yes, it's in purple, but it's one of the. It's like a tape measure one
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
of hers, of one of the low ones. But I may need a smaller one. I think that this may be way too big for this piece.
All right. Now we'll
I
go.
may need a
Now
smaller one.
we're calling her done.
Okay, I'm gonna step away for just a minute.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, that's nice, Debbie.
That looks cool.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
that
you.
looks good. Oh, you just did that one tonight?
Uh-huh.
Is that a
Oh,
metal
wow.
flower? Maggie says, I like your metal flower, Michelle.
I'm not
Michelle,
getting
is that
that
a metal
texture
flower?
in my wax.
Me
How'd you get
either.
that?
I don't know how she's getting a texture in her wax.
I know.
Is yours smooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is smooth.
Well, I
There's
mean,
no
I can see some of
texture.
the grain of the fabric, but
Yeah, I don't
but
see.
it doesn't have that little texture yours has
Nope.
got. Maybe it's the wax. Yeah, that's a metal flower, Maggie. It's a Finnabar flower.
Now, this one doesn't.
Let me
This
see.
one is smoother.
Oh, that's cool too. When did you do that one? Just now?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh
I'm
my
not-
gosh.
I'm still working on this teeny tiny thing over here.
Oh, thanks, Patty. Well, hi, Shauna. Thanks, Lori.
Hi,
I've
Shauna.
been doing them while one was cooling, I was doing heat on the other one. I've been doing them simultaneously.
Becky said Debbie probably didn't use as much wax, so it seeped in better. So then you
you're
kept
talking about the difference. You see the texture. Well,
Yeah.
now keep in mind too. Remember, I sprinkled the rust dust on there, which is also a texture.
Oh, okay.
So where the
Yeah, but it looks raised. Yeah, maybe use too
Yeah.
much wax and it just smoothed everything out.
now this one is
Ah.
smooth. You can see how
Yeah.
that was smooth. But the other thing I did too was at the very kind of end, before I started putting, the non-wax pieces on top, is I did some more wax, and I took my spatula and I sort of patted on it, kind of like this.
Yeah.
And that probably is what caused that texture, honestly.
I gotcha. Yeah, that looks great.
So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'll pat some more wax on top with the spatula and see if that actually recreates that texture.
That doesn't.
Because right now it is smooth. Hold on.
Yeah, and also the fabric. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
Because while this and I got the burlap, and then I got just a regular cotton here, and then this is a little thicker, which I can see like a grain. It was like a heavyweight
That'll be perfect.
cotton, and I can kind of see like the weave of the fabric in there.
I think all of mine are either muslin or cotton. No, I take that back. This piece here in the background that does have a little more texture, it's not a cotton. It's a different kind of fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that thick, weird stuff.
The
Right?
fabric itself has more texture.
Right.
All right, so I'm actually going to do that now. I'm going to drop some.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, Shauna. We're doing layers.
I'm going to drop some. Now I'm going to go back and do some rust dust on this one. So I need to find my glove, which I don't know what I did with.
I need to print up a piece of paper real quick.
Shauna said, wax is best in layers. Oh, wax is best. Oh, yeah, in layers. I do in caustic. You can also use cheap wax pastels to color the wax.
Yeah.
Okay.
None of us had pastels, so I didn't sort of even go down that road.
I don't even know what that means.
A
Pastel
pastel crayon.
Pastels.
I have
I've got a couple pan pastels, but
Mhm.
I didn't even get them out.
Are those the same things as like gelatos things?
Kinda.
Well, they're kind of like oh, come on. What's the word?
You got it, Michelle.
It'll
It's in
come to
there.
me. I know it'll come to me.
Hi, Laura.
And the word is, everyone guess the word.
Is this what?
They know. I have no words. Gelatos are water based. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's oil based.
like these, they're almost like a chalk. They rub color. It's like chalk. It's like chalk pieces, but not in such simple terms, I guess.
Hang on, I'll show you.
Oh, hold on. My kids are crying. I'll be right back.
Aquarelos. But you could use them if you keep the wax consistency correct. Oh, okay. Well, we're just brushing it on and hoping for the best.
You know, you got oil pastels, and then you've got pan pastels.
Shauna, we're not really calling this encaustic. We're just basically calling this collaging with wax. We're just playing with layers, with fabric, and soaking the fabric into the layers and different pieces. And just we're working on different substrates and things like that. So we're just playing, having some fun.
Making a
So I wonder
mess.
if I need something in this top corner.
Trying to figure out why I can't get myself to come in any closer here. My webcam doesn't seem to be picking up. Oh no, we won't ignore you. Thanks for the tidbits, Shauna.
Oh, we love your tidbits.
Right, tidbit along.
we love your tidbits.
Oh my goodness. I'm back.
Well,
They're fine.
Crisis in the home front. Kid crisis that's not really a crisis.
Yeah, they're just drama. Just drama.
Drama? Kid drama?
Drama for your mama. And that is so true. Boy, that's going to take forever to dry.
What are you drying? What's going to take forever to dry?
I put this metal on. I got that matte gel under it, and it's just going to take forever to dry because I can't heat it. Or maybe I can. I don't know.
Maybe you can, and your wax just melts around it.
That's true.
You know?
I just thought of that. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to try and take some of this off. And I might just try and use the wax, but won't it pop off if I just use wax?
Yeah, your metal piece, the wax is, I don't think it's going to be strong enough to hold your metal piece.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going to have to be patient and set something on top of it and let it do its thing.
Okay, that's too close. Back it up one.
Becky wants to see Amanda and Laurel up close.
What? Oh, you can go ahead, Amanda. You can go first because I'm.
Hang on 1 second.
Hold on, I'm gluing stuff. Give me just a second.
I'll hold mine up then. You can.
Let me get mine hand free, and I will put you up. Hang on 1 second.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Who's going first, Laurel?
I'll go first because she's gluing. So just tell me when you're ready.
Okay. You there?
Okie dokie. I'm watching on YouTube, so let me switch over here because I can't see nothing. I'm trying to print up a picture real quick. So there's mine, Becky. It's just a little one. So I've got one layer of wax down, a piece of purple fabric under here that's hanging off. Then I wrapped it with some metallic, not quite a gold, like a rose gold color. And then I put down another piece of fabric on top of it. I haven't done my next coat of wax yet. And then I went around the edge with some lavender, like a lavender mica.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
And then just around the edge. And then now I'm working on a little piece that's gonna hang from here. Yeah, I'm all over the place right now. I'm doing a little bitty one right now because I'm hoping to finish something if I go small instead of large. Well, thanks, Max. Yeah, I like the purple and gold. This definitely doesn't go. So this color needs to be changed again. I'm trying to find the right color.
What color is that? Red or orange you've got going on in there? What is that?
This is
to the left. What is that color?
This?
Yeah.
This is the burnt sienna, and then it's currant on top of it because I'm trying to find a color that'll match on here. I don't think that quite matches on there. I don't know. It gives it a little pop, but it's a little.
I love that color though.
And then there's some dried flowers in there, a little bushel of dried flowers. And I'm going to
Oh,
let
that's
the
pretty.
wax go down inside there, but I got to cut around that white piece of paper. So it's a little bright. I'd rather it be a little more dull. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do with that.
Looking
And
good.
printed photos, images on like
Almost
napkin or
finished.
rice paper. Yeah, I've done it on fabric. I've done napkins with Mod Podge just on glass.
Embedding
Printed
printed
photos
photo
and
images.
images on like napkin or rice paper. Yeah, that would be cool. Thanks, Becky. Are there other adhesive besides gel medium that you could use as glue with the wax? Right, Patty? That's what I'm wondering. Like, what's gonna it'll almost be like you need to put that piece down first and then work around it, or dig out some of the wax in the center. So
I
that
think
it
a
glues.
matte medium is probably your best bet, because I think that's gonna, that stuff will stick to just about anything.
Yeah. It's just going to take time.
I wouldn't trust,
Right.
I wouldn't trust your standards like a standard white glue, an art glitter glue, or a tacky glue, or anything like that. I also would not trust a 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac, any of those kinds of glue.
Yeah.
I think I would only try. I don't know that I would even try them. I feel like they just wouldn't work.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. We'll see. The matte gel's just going to have to dry on its own. Or I could probably hit it with a heat tool.
I tell you,
A
if you're
little
working on projects where you feel like your matte medium doesn't dry very quickly, try. This is Liquitex matte super heavy gel. This stuff dries.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I'm still in Laurel.
Yeah, you can take it off me now.
Here you go. This stuff dries really, really fast.
Yeah.
Hi, Mary. Or diamond, yeah, glossy accents. Oh, Becky, I didn't even think about that.
Hey, Mary.
I don't know if I feel like art glitter glue might work initially, but I feel like it would sort of pop off.
Yeah.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah. Is it Risa?
That's what I said. I said Risa.
Encaustics without all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the poor man's encaustics. We're not even calling it that. We're really just calling it. We're really just calling it collaging with wax.
Right.
Mhm.
We're calling it making a mess. That's what we're gonna call it. Making a mess.
Having fun making a mess.
Saturday night mess making. I think I'm gonna put some wire on this nail, and it's down low. You can't see it, but I think that nail will
Yeah, that'll look good.
pop off with a little bit of wire. So let me go get some.
Thank you, Mary. Well, mine hasn't become anything yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting
Trying
there.
to decide if I want to do like this word up here in the top. I think the top needs something. But I don't know if I want to do that or like the half a butterfly that's like flying. Or that. It's so dark. Sorry.
Actually, I changed my mind while I was over there. I'm going to use.
What do y'all think? The word label or the butterfly?
Hold it up.
This is the butterfly.
Hang on, I'll put it on you.
Okay.
I think the butterfly kind of gets hidden.
Okay, there you go.
I'll probably hit him with some waxes.
Oh, okay. That
Just
would
the
be a nice
butterfly.
one.
Or this little word label, definition label. Beautiful. I kind of like that too, though.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like them both.
Come on, focus. Yeah.
Ooh, Danielle, I'm going to wax my nail.
I don't know. I'm kind of liking, I don't know. In a way that kind of sticks out, but in a way I kind of like it.
You do what you like. That's what I always say.
Because the butterfly does kind of get hidden.
You do
He is kind
you.
of
Thanks,
Yeah,
honey.
I think if you put something white underneath that butterfly, it would pop out. But if you don't, then it is just lost in there.
it's lost. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me think. Well, then I would have to go with like some cheesecloth or something, I guess. Let's see. Okay, y'all can move it.
Right? He's like me. You can take it off me now.
You
You
guys.
take off me now. I'm done. Woo. Let me see. Let me think.
What about the label under the butterfly, Michelle? That you
You
said.
think the label would work under just
Under the
just like
butterfly?
right?
Put the butterfly on top?
But then he hides the label.
Well, it's all about layering, remember?
Yeah, that's okay. It looks good.
Gotta hide things.
I kind of like that.
Maybe put the label there and put the butterfly at the top where the butterfly is kind of hanging off a little bit.
Move the label down a smidge, maybe.
Or a smidge.
I'm gonna stick the butterfly up here.
You could always put some waxes on the butterflies to make it pop.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put something on him.
Yeah, I think if you put like, yeah, I think that would make it look better. It would definitely pop it off the page if you put.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe a burgundy, or should I just maybe go antique, vintage gold, or oh boy, this is
It'll all be good if you don't look at the back of my project.
Decisions.
yeah.
All good until you get to the back.
Oh, yeah. Don't look at the back.
Right? I'm like, don't look at the back. It's a mess.
I kind of want to do red.
All right. Let's do that color. That's a little better. But I still need to get
I think I'm all done with this one.
All right,
Let me
hang on
see.
1 second. Let
all
me
right,
get
put it on Amanda so we
Let
can
me get my
all
hand
see.
free.
Oh, pretty.
I
Okay.
like
Oh
it.
wow. That's really
Nice.
See, now that's the white wax, and I really do like that white wax a lot.
It is, but if you just saw, I mean, if you get it really clumpy, I mean, you can see here, it's definitely white, and like I had a big glob here, and it totally
Uh-huh.
covered up the fabric.
So you
But it
thin
looks
out.
really
But-
cool.
You
It
heated
is
it
pretty
and
cool.
pulled it out.
So I put a bunch of layers down, and then I put that black mica layer down underneath. A little bit of green mica powder on the top layer, and then I put the ticking down, this eco-dyed fabric. I put a little bit of lighter Timmy fabric back there, one of Tracy's butterflies, an old piece of fabric, and then I did some rusty bits on there as well. And then this is a little white butterfly that I put some patina wax on, the green, and I did the sepia antiquing wax, and then I did
Oh, nice.
some Nouveau mousse, and I don't know where the color is on that. It's a blue. It's kind of like, it's just like the patina blue color of Finnabair. And then I put one of Finnabair's little rusty gears underneath there, and Tim's new Use Your Wings label. And
Love
and the
those work
metallic
plates.
blue thread. That's, I don't know if you can tell.
That looks cool. I like it.
Yeah,
So I'm done with that.
looks good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with you. I'm almost done with my second one. I got a couple more little things to do.
Whatever.
Thanks, Shauna and Lori B. Oh,
I'm
thanks, Brody.
still working on my first.
Thanks,
Tiny
Patty. You want to see the? You guys want me to show you the one I did yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, I started out in a box. So it's the Dollar Tree has little wooden boxes and they have lids on it. This one had a llama on it. So I taped up the back side of the llama because I was going to use this side first, but then I ended up just doing it the layers inside of the box. So you can see like I have a ton. That's all wax.
Wow.
I was experimenting with each of the layers, just trying to mix and see how they would, if I could see the colors underneath. But I couldn't really until this top layer. I put some, sorry, my kids are right behind me. I put some mica powders and then I just poured wax over top of it. So there, some of it went down to the bottom and some of it went up to the top. And then I took just a little pin or something with a tip in it and kind of just swirled it around. And then I took a little metal filigree piece and waxed it up with a patina. Why is that not focusing? Try my ring. And then I put this is a piece of rusty fabric that I did the Jewel Effects paste, the tiger's eye stone, with a stencil. So I put that on top. And then this is a little dragonfly. It had a hoop here. It was like for a keychain or something, a little pendant charm. And then I grunged that up and then did some black paint underneath of it. But instead of keeping this inside the box, I went around it with a razor blade and then took off the edges of the lid. And so it left me with these little grungy, like torn pieces. And so I painted the wood black and then went around it with some patina green and patina blue wax. So that's that one. It's very heavy because it's got like 20 layers of wax in there.
It's very pretty.
Now I'm going to mute because my children are being very loud. Sorry.
Looks awesome.
I agree.
And we're all of a sudden we're quiet again.
Right? Like everybody. Amanda's like, I got to mute so everybody stops talking.
Okay.
I'm very, very close to being done here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Another layer.
Okay, you can put it on everybody else.
Oh, sorry. This whole having to control the being
Yeah.
the person behind the screen is new to me. All right. You ever, you know how sometimes you're working on something and you wish your fingers were like kid size, like a lot smaller?
Yeah.
You could grab hold of stuff easier. There we go. Let's get that.
There, that looks cool.
There we go.
Man, my wax is over here like so hot, like right now. Like it is so hot.
Yeah, I had to blow my candle out.
Yeah,
No, I don't have mine in there.
It was smoking.
I
Yeah,
burned
mine
my
is
wax
smoking too.
the first time out.
All right. So we need to heat this up a little bit.
Okay, I think I'm okay with that.
I think it's a little thick. I like it that thick like that. One.
Jeannie, one of the really cool things about doing the craft squad on tour has been that with the five of us, and Michelle is not the other Michelle, is was not able to join us tonight, but each week or each time we do a project, they are all so very different. And not different in yours looks great and mine looks horrible. Not like that at all. They all look wonderful, but in completely different ways. And it's really fun to see the different styles and the different takes on the prompt. It's just so much fun to really
Thanks, Maggie.
kind of be a part of that and be in the middle of that. It's just very cool.
I agree.
It is, yeah.
We usually get to see Laurel's the day after.
Or the week after.
The week after.
Oh.
And we love that.
Bless your heart.
Hey, I'm not even done with my box yet.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that.
It's almost done. I can show you guys what I came up with because I don't think you guys have seen it. Maybe you haven't. So it's almost done, but this is what it's going to look like.
Hang
It's
on.
going to have a few more paints, but then it'll be done. So this is the top of my box.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
it's really
wow.
cool. So that's
That's very pretty.
So this all has rock candy on it. I will tell you guys, don't try and put rock candy on top of wax because
Yeah.
it
Wax
didn't crackle at all. Not at all. So, but yeah, that's my box. And then it's got stencils underneath and some of the copper, the red amber wax, and then that's what's on the leaves with green. So yeah, that's the top of my box.
So if you weren't around, what was it? Was that 2 weeks? No, was that 3 weeks? No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We all worked with creating different.
You can take it off me now. Thanks, Mag.
We've done some pretty cool projects, I think.
Yeah, we have.
All
We're
right.
not just making pockets.
We're not just making pockets. Although I need to make some pockets for the journals I'm
Right.
making.
I didn't show
Me
it.
too.
I didn't show it, and I probably should have. It was my first time trying the rock candy, so I did not know that it would not. I should have thought that it wouldn't react the same over wax, but I didn't think about it when I put it down.
We
So
don't know till you try.
Right. Hi, Lynette.
Or someone tells you.
Right.
All right. Number 2, done.
Nice. That looks
I
nice.
love that.
Very good.
I
So
got
Makes me want to do
basically,
one like that now. Mhm.
I did kind of the same thing. I mean, clearly mine look a lot alike. Oh, I wonder why.
Because it's you.
But
that looks cool.
I tried to over here on this side, this fabric is the last piece, and it was a rusty piece of fabric. And I put that down last, but then I used my spatula to almost raise, this almost has like a bubble underneath it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to get that texture. But then over here, this side is more smooth. And then my hole in the fabric, I put a little bit of that patina around it just to accentuate it just a tiny bit, just to bring some attention to it. And this is all still wet. But,
Of course, I had a thing out, and now I moved everything all over. And
but yeah, there's my 2.
Looks good, Deb. I like it.
it does. They look
I think
really
my
cool.
favorite one is the second one with the nail. They're both beautiful, but if I had to pick one, I like the second one with the nail and the way, like you said, the way you raise that fabric up. It's really cool looking.
Thanks.
I like everybody's.
Yeah, well, that's
They
like I was
all
saying
look cool.
earlier. They always look so different and yet cool.
I'm trying to hurry so I can get this done. I'm almost done. I just got to do one
Did
little
I miss
thing here.
Juanette? I see Patty said, hey, Juanette.
Yeah, one at came in.
Hi, why not?
Why not? That was good, Deb.
Why
Patty
not?
wants to know, Debbie, will those be journal covers?
That is quite
Possible.
a possibility. Yes. What I would do if I were doing something, if I was using this in a journal cover, is I'd probably layer it up. I would probably get, like on this one, I'd probably get an old book cover underneath it, and then put that on top of, and then I would take my base chipboard and do some texture, some mixed media texture on the baseboard, then the book cover, then this, and kind of layer that up. Let's see what it would look like.
Yeah, they would definitely be nice focal points on a cover.
Here, I've got a couple book covers here that are just ooh. That might not be wide enough.
Yeah.
Patty said if you don't have a plan, she'll send you her address.
Yeah.
I have no plan, Patty. Here, this is a better book board prop. Oh yeah, I think I would actually like that better. Maybe and then with some other pieces tucked into the layers, like some old book page, perhaps kind of peeking out down here, maybe a little bit of vintage lace peeking out around it. And then I would put that on top of my book board, chipboard. Well, yeah, I got a plan, Patty. I got it. Got it figured out. But I only have like, I don't know, 3 or 4 journals in front of something like that. So I am getting ready to start a new project that I'm really excited about because it's going to be kind of cool. I think it'll be cool. You know, that's one of those things where you get this idea in your head and you're like, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I have a vision, I have an idea, I have a plan, and I'm going to be using Patty's Bumper Birds kit. It's one of her newer kits that just recently came out.
Patty?
Tracy. I said Patty. That's because I'm staring at Patty's name. Tracy from Love Junk Journals. It's called Bumper Birds, and I'm going to be using that kit. And the front, the cover is going to be a mixed media, a bird's nest.
Oh.
Only not a bird's nest. It's going to. I don't even know how to explain it. I have no idea how to explain it. So more to come.
See it in your head.
It's in my head. Well, yeah, it's in my head.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay, I finished one just because, my
Yeah.
next two are going to be way more detailed, but I finished one just for time's sake of having one finished.
Oh,
And
Laura,
we all know how I like moving parts and things that dangle.
you're going big there.
All I did was add this charm that's got, which is upside down, so now I have to turn it around. It has flowers in it, and then it's got a feather hanging, and then I took a little eyelet screw and screwed it into the balsa wood just so this hangs. I also put some of the flakes, the metallic flakes.
Oh, you
under
did.
here.
Okay.
And I wound some purple of the metallic thread around here as well.
Oh, yeah, I like the flakes.
Now let's ask Laurel the same question. Would you would you use that on the cover of a journal?
Yep, it would be on the cover of something for sure.
That's really pretty, Laurel. I love the colors. Becky, Michelle had a family engagement.
Thanks,
she was not able to join us.
Thanks, Danielle.
Looks good.
I can't wait to get to the next ones. So
you know what's really cool about Laurel's is that she's got these neat shapes. It almost looks like a piece of bark.
Yeah, I took balsa wood and I just drew on it, and then I sat with my craft knife and spent all day cutting around all these little pieces.
So cool.
That's a nice touch.
So
thank you.
Michelle, how are you? Hang on, let me.
Yeah, you can take it off me now.
I did. I remember.
Okay, I'm looking at YouTube. It must be slow.
Okay, so I went with the butterfly and the label.
Oh, I like that.
I just put some wax on his wings here and then touched him up a little bit with vintage gold just so he would shine a little bit and not get lost. I used burlap, two pieces of layer, 2 pieces of fabric, 2 layers of fabric, and then another eyelet piece here. I'm trying to get some light to it so y'all can see it. There we go. And then
pretty.
I did some black cord here behind the flower, and then there's just a finnebar flower. Like I said, this was a piece of privacy fence wood out in the backyard.
It looks awesome.
I splattered it, with some black, white, and yellow ochre just to give the background something.
Now you splattered first, right, Michelle? That was the first
Yes,
thing
I splattered first. And that's it. There she is.
That's cool. I like it.
And that's my first hole in a project. Woohoo!
Oh, you put a hole in it?
No.
Yeah, I did a hole.
Frustrations out on it?
Huh?
Did you take your frustrations out on it?
No, not the first time because I didn't want to overdo it and mess it up. So next time I will, though. I'll be a little more comfortable.
I think the eyelet is a really, really cool texture too, because you can see everything up underneath it.
Yeah, I like it.
I love it. And the flower, of course, is gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
Nice.
really cool.
I'm
I like
pleased with it.
I like them all.
I think we may actually end early tonight because we've seen them all,
Yeah,
right?
for it to be such an unusual project and not sure how we were going to do it. We actually got through it fairly
ladies, this may be the one and only time you see something finished.
What? See, yay, Laurel. Amanda, show us what you're doing right now.
She's on her second one.
She's on her third one because she made one last night.
Well, she made one cut, right? She did the whole press.
So I just put a few layers of wax down and then put some of the blue mica powder in. And then I sprinkled the top of it with this kind of rusty mica powder.
Cool.
And then I just now put this fabric down. I think I'm going to maybe do something where it'll be kind of an alternating composition. So maybe some fabric over here and then some waxes on this bee. And then I'll have a dragonfly, a butterfly, and a bee.
Well, there you go.
Oh, that's a good idea, Patty. I don't see why not. She says, okay, maybe dumb question. Could you use the beeswax and soy wax in alternate layers?
Sure.
I'm sure you could. The only thing with the soy wax is that because it's white, it's very you can see on this one, it's very white.
It's very white, yeah.
So you can't see underneath that layer.
Well, I'll give you a little secret, Amanda. The inspiration for this from Roxanne Evans Stout in her book. She used white wax.
Did she really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw that, and you can see I think she just did it in smaller layers.
Probably here. Let me see. I can show this to you. Here. Here's the book I've been talking about, Storytelling with Collage, and it's by Roxanne Evans Stout. I follow her on Pinterest, and she's very inspirational to me personally. So yeah, I follow her. But anyway, let's see, page. Here's her master project, right? This is hers. But that's not the directions she gives. She gives directions for, hold on. I'm going to flip the pages. These two. So you can see, and then what I did is
all in hers too, I see.
I took this. Well, I took this.
Wow.
And I toned it down. I simplified it from what was in the book and sent the step-by-step instructions to the team, to everyone in it. What was it, Wednesday or Thursday or whatever night that was that I was playing around, because I felt like I wanted this to be as simple as possible, without and us being able to do it, just in the short time that we're on, a couple
Right.
hours. So I didn't do the whole coloring the wax, even though Amanda did, which is awesome. Yes, you need this book. Amazon, I think.
Cool.
Well, I
Anyway.
think. Unless, does anybody have any more questions? Oh, let me get it off of me. I'm actually, my board is too thick for the brads I use, so I'm just dropping some glossy accents behind the brads and the metal, just so it stays. But I'm done. I think we're all done. All right, Patty, go down the rabbit trail, have fun, play, play. That's what all of this is just play time.
I agree.
Yep.
And I think that's a wrap. So
Open the box.
It's right.
Open the box.
Open the box. Open the box. Watch for
What's in the box?
Watch for some unboxing videos for your crafting stores. Take a look at her Facebook page. There's a lot of really, really cool new Tim Holtz stuff that everybody's receiving in the mail now. So forget to look at that, especially if you missed the live. And then go to her website and order it.
Right?
Yeah. No, we were just saying, you open the box and just try it. If you just open the box, you're halfway there.
That's true.
Halfway there.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We always appreciate your support. It's always so much fun for us. And right, Danielle? Those unboxing videos are so fun. We will be back in 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, we are Amanda, are we on your channel?
No, we're supposed to be on
think
mine.
No, I'm last.
We're on Laurel.
We're supposed to be. We'll see, because
Is it Laurel's? Oh, okay.
Okay, so we
I
should
couldn't
be
remember if I was before or after her.
more information to come. But
Yeah.
in roughly in 2 weeks, and we have the 5 of us have a really, really big, really, really cool. We are very, very, very close to wrapping it up.
Very close.
5-10 to 1, and that means I'm not going to tell you what it means. That's part of the unveiling. So there'll be a reveal with that project soon, very soon. I'm behind schedule, but anyway.
Deb, thanks for a wonderful project. It was really fun. It was
Yes,
nice.
I had a great time.
I'm glad you guys had fun.
yes, it was lots of fun.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Good
Thank you all for
Good
joining
night,
us.
ladies.
Good night.